Today is hot as shit. Let's see how hot it is. Put my windows down. Whoa. Alright, well, I'm gonna put my windows back up because it's really hot out here. Alright, so it's hot as shit out here today. And anyway, today is September 11th, 2015. It is almost 3 in the afternoon. And we wanted to talk about something that came to me last night. And I was very happy to receive this, or to come to understand this thing. Because people say words sometimes, and the words sound nice, but I think for a lot of us, even though words sound nice, it still doesn't really explain it well enough to where we completely understand what the idea is that's being spoken. And it has to do with that thing that the way you treat others is the way you're treating yourself. The way you treat others, the way you deal with others, is how you deal with yourself. And I think a lot of us have felt like, well, if only that were true, you know. But it is. But because it's such a subtle thing, it's imperceivable, something. Man, these cars are just speeding on in this parking lot. So this is the thing that came to me yesterday, which was, let's tell a story, because stories are a good way to help us understand things. So you have person X. And person X doesn't like person Y for whatever reason. Or person X, maybe they do like person Y, but in this particular case, at this particular moment, person X wants to inflict some kind of maybe emotional damage on person Y. Throw a dagger or two. Really get in there, pierce that little heart. And so person X says something and shoots that arrow. Now the intention is the thing at this point in the story right now, not what happens after, or this or that. That's later on. Okay, because that's why these things are so imperceivable to us, is because we just go boom, boom, boom. We don't look between the lines in the story. Okay, so first, intention. Person X has an intention, and the intention is to hurt person Y somehow. Her feelings, his feelings. Now, intention is a creation. Okay? Intention is the creation. The words and the things that follow the intention are the manifestation of that intention. Okay? Now, before, there's something that happens between the intention and the manifestation, of the spoken words that are spoken at person Y. There's something between there. There has to be some type of processing that happens in person X. Okay? And the process is, once that intention is created, it has to go through person X to come to an understanding that whatever they want to manifest is going to have possibility of success. Person X is going to have to try it out on herself first, within a fraction of time. And the process is this. Let's just, I don't even want to have her say any particular words. Let's just say blah, blah, blah. Okay, those are the words that she's going to use. So that's what she's decided. She's already got the intention. She says, okay, the way I'm going to make it manifest is these words. Now, she got to think about what those words are going to be so that they hit the mark, or at least have a possibility of doing so. Whether or not they hit the mark is up to person Y, what they do with it. If they absorb it, deflect it, whatever they do, but that's a different part of the story. So person X has to use it on herself first. All right? To feel if the feeling is going to come through. Okay? So ever so quickly, though, she's got to zip, pass that through her own thinking mechanisms inside to feel if that's going to pack a punch. Okay. It doesn't matter what you call that, what that is, that little process that happens inside herself where she inflicts it on herself, not at herself specifically, but on herself. Because she wants to feel the feeling. She wants to know what that feeling is going to be. Okay? Because there is no gratification in doing it if you don't know that it has the possibility of doing what you want it to do. So this is just kind of like we said, this is a kind of a check to see, is this the most nastiest thing that I can come up with, or whatever. Is this the thing that's going to do the job? If it's not a loving thought, and it is an unloving thought, person X is passing that unloving thought through herself. It doesn't matter if it's not directed at herself. It's the same energy. Okay? It's the same low, heavy vibration. Okay? It has to pass through her. And there's the understanding, that, hey, obviously she doesn't think that she's saying that to herself, but she has to submit to that. Submit to something that she does, which she'll do. Now, everything has an effect. Everything that happens has an effect. What is the effect on person X from passing that low, dense vibration through herself? It's bad. It's bad. And it doesn't feel bad in her consciousness the way it would feel if somebody was doing it at her in a verbal manner or whatever, attacking her in that way or whatever it is. It doesn't present that way in her. But make no mistake about this. The thing is still the thing. And so with every one of those type of intentions that she creates, she's also swallowing down some of it. Okay? And now here's the thing too. She's going to swallow it down because she created it. And that whole system is designed, that whole mechanism there is designed to make sure that this thing is going to pack a punch when it's finally let out. So she's already hurting herself. Although she may say to person Y, oh, blah, blah, blah. Guess what, though? Person Y don't play that. What does that mean? What does that mean she doesn't play that? It means person Y doesn't exist on those kind of energies. It doesn't live in the land of those kind of low vibrations. So it's not going to have the effect that person X is going to want it to have. Person X only hurt herself in that instance. Person Y could have been a person that lives on that low vibration. And so the remark may hit its target. And if it does, that's a whole other thing itself. That means it was already there inside of her, inside person Y, and and all person X did was remind person Y of the belief that person Y already has about herself, her own view of herself. She was just reminded of it, because if your energies are not that stuff's not gonna. It won't adhere to you. It doesn't have anywhere to stick to. Like attracts like. And if you don't have the like in yourself of that, it's not gonna. But if you do have it, that's on you. And yeah, it's not nice for person X to come along and say blah, blah, blah with the intent of hurting person Y. It wasn't right for person X to do that. It's not nice, but, person Y has to take some of the responsibility for whatever the effects are going to be if she chooses to let that adhere to her. So, anyway, just a few things that came to my mind last night. I got to go do something, and we'll talk again. Much love.